Dear students, welcome to virtual classroom of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 10th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let me begin.
Dear students, we are continuing with the chapter probability. The last video you could get some idea about the different outcomes of some random experiments. The random experiments were carried out with the help of coins, die, playing cards, etc. And those outcomes in certain cases we could find that we couldn't exactly decide what will be the outcome of certain experiments, and later at last we named the chances or possibilities, I can say, as the sample spaces. For example, if you are just tossing coin once, you are having a chance of getting a head or a tail. That means sample spaces are head or tail there, and at the same time the number of sample spaces we named as sample points. That was the conclusion of the video, in fact. So we will be learning little more further about it, and in fact the concept of probability and application of probability or finding out probability, we have to reach to that stage. That is what is the real target of this lesson. In that case, we need to analyze the experiments and outcome in a different way. Why it is required in certain situations, we need to answer very thoroughly and clearly what is the probability. Here is a small story taken out from your textbook. What is that? The story which is given at the beginning of the lesson, where teacher said to the students, friends, this box contains folded chits are there. The number of chits is exactly equal to the number of students in our class. आपके क्लास में कितने स्टूडेंट्स है उतने चिट्स है बॉक्स के अंदर, and each student should pick up one chit. Name of different plants are written on the chits, and no two chits bear the same name of the plant. Let us see who gets the chit having the name basil. Basil is the English name for tulsi. Make a line in the order of your roll numbers. No one will unfold the chit until the last students take his chit. Teacher have arranged chits for each and every student. So if there are 40 students, 40 chits are there. And every chit is having the name of a plant. But teacher is saying that you stand in line and according to the roll number, and one will be getting a chit having the name basil. An experiment is carried out here in that respect. So the thing is that who will be getting that? That is a matter of interest over here. Then, as soon as teacher told us stand in line according to roll number, Aruna said, Aruna, one of the student, sir, I am the first one in a line. She is standing number one. But I do not want to pick up a chit first. मुझे first chit लेना ही नहीं. Why? The possibility of getting basil chit from all the chit is very low. इतने सारे chits के अंदर से basil chit निकालना, it's not a, I don't think I will get it. A possibility, the word used is possibility बहुत कम है. Then Zarina told, Aruna's name will be first because her name is starting with A. Zarina's name will be last, her name is starting with Z. She said, sir, I am the last student in the row. I do not want to pick the chit at last. Last chit is Zarina ko milega. And she said, I don't want to take last. Why? The chit containing the name basil will most likely, what is it? Most likely to be picked up by someone else before my turn. कोई तो लिया होगा तब तक. So natural thinking. Now the first and last student feel that for each of them the possibility of getting the chit having the name basil is very low. दोनों को लगता है, फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट को भी लगता है, लास्ट स्टूडेंट को भी लगता है कि मुझे नहीं मिलेगा. Why? Because first student feel that there are 40 chits, a number for your example, and उसके अंदर से बेसिल मिलना मुश्किल है. The last one Zarina feels only one चिट्ठी सर वही बेसिल होने का चांस बहुत कम है. So we are talking about less or more possibilities, which is talking about what is the chance of getting, what is the possibility of getting. That is what is the question here, and how can we mathematically approach this situation. You should remember that when one coin tossed, then chance of getting head and tail equal, either head or tail. Different situations we found that different sample space were there, or different sample points were there. Sample points indicates the number of sample spaces. What are the chances? Uska number है sample points. So we have already done the video on it, and we have got this particular conclusion from that. Using that conclusion and our experiment, whichever is done on sample space, event, and chance or probability of an event, what are the sample spaces of an event we have gone through. We are simply extending that knowledge here. For example, let us discuss a real life situation. Here is a bag on your screen, and I am going to put some balls in that. Colored balls, all of same size and shape, but only color is different. For example, here is a red ball going inside the bag, another red and another red, 3 balls already put, one more which is black in color. Now we know that there are 4 balls, and I am going to pick out a ball from that, and I want that ball should be red in color or black in color. If I simply decide, it won't happen. I think I should get a black ball which is only one in that, it should come out. It won't happen like that. Or if I say I need to get a red ball, there is no guarantee that a red ball can be picked up. Anyway, just for fun I am taking out one ball from that. It happens to be a red ball. And if we think about, mathematically if we think about the possibility of getting a red ball, or possibility of, or probability of getting a black ball, this is what we have to think in mathematical language. So we already studied that the chances of getting, or possibilities of getting, otherwise named as sample points. The total number of balls are 4, and naturally the number of sample points in the sample space will be maximum 4, and the chance of getting black ball and red ball having a slight variation. For that sake, we develop the concept of probability. In mathematical language, when possibility of an expected event is expressed in number, normally we express it in fraction, normally in fraction, it is called probability. Sometimes we represent it in percentage also. So how can we do that in this case? This case is very simple. So it is easy to make you understand. That is why this case is taken. So we know that in this case the number of sample space, which we represent normally as S, and number of sample points, which we take as A over here, we can simply say that the number of sample points in the event A, the event is named as A, and the number of sample points in the sample space, if we equate that, we get somewhat like, we will feel that, okay, this is the possibility, this is the chance. Let us think about this case. This case was of about red balls and black ball. The probability of getting a red ball according to this formula, number of sample points upon number of sample points in sample space, we have to write it as 3 upon 4. What is 3 over here? The maximum possibility or chance in this case, as there are 3 red balls, we will write it as 3, and as the number of total ball is equal to 4, naturally the number of sample point in sample space will be equal to 4. The same way, if you think about black ball, the chance of getting black ball or probability is equal to 1 upon 4 according to the same formula. So this way we equate or find out the probability of a particular event. Learning the formula is not a tough job. Understanding the concept requires that there is 3 upon 4 chance for or probability for getting red ball and 1 upon 4 chance for getting a or probability for black ball. This is our conclusion. Okay. Let us go ahead. A little more we will feel comfortable and understand when we do it practically. Find out the probability of the following when one coin is tossed. A coin toss किया तो either it can be head or it can be tail. So we know that the sample space in this case is equal to 2. We know it clearly. That means it is equal to 2. And which are they? Head or tail. So the chance of getting A, that is chance of getting head, we will write that number of sample point is equal to 1 because 1 chance, and the S is 2, and so naturally it is 1 upon 2 is the probability of getting head. The same way the getting tail also will get 1 upon 2. So when we talk in layman terms, जिसे हम बात करेंगे 50% chance है, 50% is 1 upon 2. If you can't 1 upon 2 into percentage, you will get 50%. Right? आधा chance head मिलेगा नहीं तो tail मिलेगा. And mathematically we write it in the form of 1 upon 2, a fraction, which is derived from the formula we just understood. Number of sample spaces in the event, which are number of sample points in the given event, and number of sample point in sample spaces, that can be the total. Okay, in this way we will substitute the values in the formula and do rest of the sums given in the textbook. Here is another situation given. Here it is about if one die is rolled out, then find the probability of each of the following events. The first condition is number of on the upper face is prime number, number on the upper face is even number. And we know that a die is having 6 faces, and the 6 faces are having numbers 1, 2, dots in fact 3, 4, 5 and 6. And the first condition is having what is the probability of getting prime number. So 2, 3 and 5 are prime numbers. Naturally these 2, 3, 5 are prime numbers. So the number of sample points over here happens to be 3. So that is what is in the numerator, and as it is a 6 faced die, you will be having a number of sample points in sample space is equal to 6. So it will be 3 upon 6 the chance, and naturally 1 upon 2 is the probability. But for the second part of the question, when it is even number, we know that 2, 4, 6 are the even numbers, and naturally again that chance is also 1 upon 2, or probability is equal to 1 upon 2. This way we can simply solve it. Let us think about another situation where it is a pack of shuffled playing cards. Okay, in that case the question is the card drawn is a red card, or second situation a face card. So we are asked to find out the chance of getting a red card. A red card out of the pack of 52 cards. 52 is the total here, and half of them are red. So that is 26 of the cards are red, especially the cards of diamond and hearts are of red color. My dear students, and you may not be sometime familiar with the playing cards, but you should, for the purpose of getting good marks in mathematics, खेलने के लिए नहीं. So you should find out time to get cards in your hand and familiarize with it. So you will get it. So here the question is the chance of getting red card is 26 upon 52 according to the formula, and 1 upon 2. Okay, so this way that particular thing can be understood. The second part of the question is what is the probability of getting a face card? What is this face card? As I told you, there is 3 cards which are King, Queen and Jack. These cards are called the face cards, and all 4 are diamond, and all 4 types of card is having face cards. So naturally 12 is the number. So 12 upon 52, 3 upon 13 is the probability of getting a face card. So that way things are becoming easy for you simply to write the number of sample points and number of, especially of that event, sample points and total sample points we should be writing. Here is another situation. The situation is that a box containing 5 strawberry chocolates, 6 coffee chocolates, 2 peppermint chocolate, पूरा chocolate है, 5 chocolate वाला, which is 5 strawberry, 6 coffee and 2 peppermint chocolates. Find the probability of each of the following event दिया है. If one of the chocolate is picked from the box at random, it's a coffee chocolate, chance क्या है? Peppermint chocolate, what is the chance? Sample space is S and it is equal to 5 plus 6 plus 2, 13. Coffee chocolate are 6 in this, 6 upon 13, and peppermint is only 2, 2 upon 13. It has become simple for you. So I am leaving the rest of the questions in the exercise for you. It will be easy for you and it will be interesting also. And because we are talking about probability of getting a particular outcome, result from an event. So from an event, what will be can be expected is calculated mathematically with the help of probability equation. You are having interesting questions in the test book. You should find out solution for it yourself. Don't simply jump into the guide or internet or any other resource for getting the answer. That won't help you much because you have to apply your brain to get the answer. Meanwhile, the lesson started with a discussion on 40 cheats with the names of plants and each of students picking a cheat. इसके साथ ये वीडियो स्टार्ट किया था. Only one cheat had the name basil on it. वो basil cheat किसको मिलेगा? टीचर ने पूछा, and there was total confusion about where they should stand. Teacher said stand in the order of roll number, and naturally there was a little bit of disturbance for, especially for the students Aruna and Zarina you had seen. So अभी हम probability का formula में उसको डाल के देखेंगे. The probability of any student getting the cheat basil is 1 out of 40. Because we know that in this particular event n upon n of number of sample point is 1 and the total happens to be 40. Irrespective, आप पहले खड़े हो जाओ और last में खड़े हो, the chance of or probability stands at 1 upon 40. Now, mathematics could solve that situation. There is nothing like you won't get, your chance is 1 upon 40, your probability is 1 upon 40. So my dear students, please go through the exercise and you also should attempt yourself without any help to improve yourself. Thank you.
Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.